Happy Monday, guys. Today's workout, we're gonna be doing the structure a little bit in reverse today. So usually we start off with the deadlifts. We're gonna finish off with the deadlifts and start with the workout. So how this works, part A is the workout. So it's 5 rounds, 4 reps. You're going 1 minute of burpees and 1 minute of double unders and then 1 minute rest. So you're going through 5 rounds of that, trying to get as many reps done as possible in each minute interval, and then try to track down how many reps you're doing and see how many you accumulated after all 5 rounds. Right after that 1 minute rest on the last round, we're gonna go right into an EMOM 5 of 6 deadlifts at 60 to 75% of your 1 rep max. So we've been working on those deadlifts quite a bit, working with EMOMs, doing different sets, doing unbroken sets. So you should have a good idea kind of where you're at with it. Again, this should be a moderate to maybe a little bit on the heavier side, but not too heavy. This should be, well, it's 6 reps, so you're not dying as you're doing these 6 reps, but they should be a little bit challenging. And if you feel like the first couple sets don't feel that challenging for you and you're maintaining good form, add a little bit of weight. You don't have to stick to that weight. Ideally, it should be, again, somewhere between a moderate to heavy weight. Nothing too crazy there. So kind of the purpose of today is trying to find that core tension under fatigue and finding those positions actually under fatigue after we finish that workout. So usually we start off with deadlifts, then end with the workout. Today we're gonna start with some fatigue built up going into it. And then I want you to really emphasize those positions. So keeping your back nice and flat, chest up, and then your core tension is gonna be a big one. Since you're gonna be breathing heavy, especially through that interval work, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to find that tension. So if it means going a little bit lighter at first and finding tension and then building up to a heavier weight, so as you get that motor pattern down, that's a good way to kind of progress it for yourself. The goal of the core tension is to start building that strength, guys, and that's where a lot of your strength is gonna come from, is finding that tension in your core to be able to do the deadlifts or any other movement, let's say back squats or cleans or whatever it is. We need to focus on really maintaining a really strong core, and that doesn't mean necessarily trying to squeeze the abs as hard as we can. We wanna create a lot of expansion in the trunk area and pressurize that area as best as you can, so that when you go to do heavy deadlifts or when you go to do something that's compound and you have a lot of weight on, you're maintaining that tension and you're able to move safely rather than keeping the core just flexed. And then when you go into a movement like this, it won't really do you any good. So we want to think about expansion of the stomach rather than trying to contract and pull the abs closer and closer to each other. So I like to think about this like an upside down pyramid. So if you squeeze the abs and you try to kind of make a 6-pack, then you're kind of looking like an upside down pyramid. An upside down pyramid can kind of tip over to one side. It's not that stable. We want to be a pyramid facing up, so the point is facing straight up. And to do that, we need to make the base really wide. So that's what I mean by expansion. Take a deep breath in, expand and pressurize so that the foundation of that pyramid is really strong. And then when you go to do your compound movements, you have a nice strong foundation to land on and not going into it, kind of a weak and stable position. So again, strength is a focus, and we're gonna get to that by working on our core and a trunk tension with that. With the workout, just some numbers to think about. With the burpees, I would say try to get at least 10 done as a minimum. Some of you might be getting into 15, 20s, and that's really good. Double unders, I would say more on, if you have double unders, try to be around 30 to 50 minimum. If you don't have double unders, a couple ways to approach this. If you're close, maybe work on trying to get as many done as possible in the minute, even if it's in singles or doubles. If you don't have double unders and you want to just get a workout out, just go for single skips and try to stay consistent without breaking for the full minute. For you guys that have double unders and you're pretty good with them, see if you can get around 70 or more reps. So if you do go unbroken, you should be landing around, I would say 90 to 100 20 reps, depending on how fast you're going, should be able to get around that range if you go unbroken for the full minute of double unders. And then the minute rest, guys, again, remember you're trying to recover and come back and get those reps again as best as you can. So try to keep the reps consistent as possible across the board. If you start to taper off, that's okay, but see where that taper off is happening. So if you go from, let's say 10, so you go from 20 burpees and 100 double unders, and then you drop all of a sudden down to 10 and 50. Okay, 10 and 50 is your new norm. Try to stick to that for the entirety of the workout. Again, it's gonna be a little bit of a part on you to kind of find your pacing with this one. Once you're done, we're gonna stretch it out. 90 seconds QL stretch, so stretching out some of the muscles in the low back there. Take your time with this. Again, we did some deadlifts after the workout, so it's a good time to kind of mobilize and get those areas moving after you finish the workout. Hope you guys enjoy this one. We'll see you tomorrow for the next one.